Welcome in, everybody. How are we doing today? So, uh, last night when we ended, I was in the middle of getting ready to mow my grass field down there. This morning, before I had to go take my kid to work, I decided I wanted to play a little bit. I got it mowed. We got it baled. I have 3 bales fermenting there. Hey, Smokeless Joe. I have another 18 bales on the trailer. Hi, handsome. And I ended up with 6 grass bales I left aside for the sheep. So we got, what, to 21, 27 bales off of that field. I did notice, however, that I missed one spot, one little itty-bitty spot of grass, seeding-wise. And it turns out the game allowed me to plow and then seed an area of the field I don't own yet. So when I went to mow this morning, there was a chunk of the field that it wouldn't drop grass. Thankfully, though, when the mower went over an area I did own, it dropped a huge clod. So we still got our money off of it, or our grass off it. I'm going to attempt here in a second to go ahead. See right here. That spot right there. It's handsome. I see you. You headbutting me. Why? Well, I went over it. I'm hoping it works. This is that one little spot right there. Not a big deal. End of the day. But we're gonna have to outline the end of the field to fix to fix where I went over the boundary of the map, apparently, of my property. And Sir Welshie, I see the animal treats. We'll get to those in just a minute. By the way, Drifter from the Hours, welcome in on YouTube. I don't want to leave you out. Morning, Jers. How you doing today? Whoa, hey, what are we doing? Alright, I do have a contract I just finished up as well. So we need to collect on that. For those that watched me on my buying spree, I did swap the case baler, round baler out for the crone. That way I can use the silage additive in it. We're just gonna keep our eyes open for big contracts. But yeah, there's that one spot right there that got missed apparently somehow. Do I have the round baler net? I do not have any right now. I did buy some, see, it didn't let me cut here. I did buy some, square bale net. Twine, rather. So if I try to go right along the edge here, and find where the edge is.
You're having bloody nose, go to the bathroom. Freaking walk around the house.
Hey, Bodine. Good morning, buddy. Can I plant rice? I do not currently have a test map for it. I've just been playing on a save I'll continue in after early access ends. I have not had a tornado spawn yet. I do have it turned on. You can turn it off if you want to. Right now, Bodine, I'm trying to paint the edge of my property. This area is restricted, means it's not my property. The game let me plow and plant this, and it's not my property, so I can't get any grass or anything off of it. So right now I'm trying to get it defined where the edge of my actual property is. Like that. Yeah, I haven't seen one spawn yet, like I said, Drifter. So, all of this, it let me plant, seed, do everything, but when I went to harvest, it wouldn't let me actually harvest the grass off of it. And then it had this weird bump here, so we're gonna smooth that out. There, and then hopefully we get the paint and terraform anywhere mod. I can fix this back. But this will at least keep the worker now on my own property. You do miss FS22 there, Drifter? Can't wait for tomorrow, boo-boo? Yep, I know a lot of people are excited for tomorrow, that's for sure. I don't like the fact that Giants doesn't give you all of the paint options for a map. Like this mossy stone texture and some of these other ground textures, you don't get the option to paint those. Why not? Well, she's raining now. Not very cloudy. Yes, this cedar does have long grain rice, Drifter. Long grain rice is planted with normal cedars. The only one that's the specific cedar is the wet rice. That needs the special cedar and the special seedlings. But if you look here, long grain rice is available on all of these. That's this symbol here, long grain rice. Yes, I did, Cameo. Exclamation plow. Everything seems to be working. It's a little different, Bodine. Not hugely different from the last release as far as painting goes. The sculpting tools seem stronger than they were in 22. Like if you tried to smooth the terrain or slopes or whatever, the tool seems to work faster. It's much stronger. And then as far as fences go, there are significantly more fences. And what you need to look at when you're looking at these, like this one here, as you see right here, there are segment types. So if you hit the button, it'll change the segment type. Not all of these have every option. Like this one has corners, little gate, slightly different gates, and then the fence itself. So you gotta pay attention. Like this one here has that segment, a single gate, a double gate, a bigger gate. And then we have all of the same lights returning from the previous version. Plus it looks like a couple of new ones. There's quite a few more in the list. How's it going there, Fearsome Rhino? Use the water pump? I don't have a water pump, Drifter. Like that way for the fence is better than the 22 way. Yeah, you can kind of change on the fly what it is you're trying to grab for a fence type. Rhino, thank you for that YouTube sub. Yes, the rice harvester is only for the wet rice. Long grain rice you harvest the same way as any other grain crop, same combines. Like to use the greenhouse. Yeah, the greenhouses, there's a lot more options now for greenhouses in 25. Plus, there's a lot more crops that you can put in the greenhouse as well. I do want to get a greenhouse. So perhaps after I put these bales away, we'll look at getting a greenhouse and setting it up if we can find a spot on the farm for it. That's the roller dummy. Just slamming into everything. Great. There we go. Frickin' arm wouldn't retract. Is the corn seeder to plant soybeans? Yep, that is an option. There we go. Well, this will allow them to ferment. Yep. Lots of silage bales. Now, one thing I want to check. I'm going to pull one bale off of here. I've got something I want to do with that bale. Put these other two in here to ferment. I want to try putting a non-fermented bale in the bale storage here to see if it will ferment. I know there are issues getting the pallets out of this bale storage, but the workaround currently is to come back here, you put a vehicle in the trigger, and then when you spawn something out, it will force the pallets over so you can get them out. But we're going to see if this square bale ferments. MacGyver coming in with the government efficiency role. So, I owe Welshie Cat Treats. We owe MacGyver a role on the government efficiency board. So let me hook up to this trailer. Oh, wait. I do have the pressure washer drifter. It's right there. We gotta unhook or wait before we do anything else. Alright. Let's get the weight unhooked. There we go. We're gonna pause that quick. Let me pull up the wheel of names. You're the one that redeemed it, MacGyver. How many times are we shuffling? And then go find something to do. 1, 2, 3, and spin her up. What do we get? New equipment upgrade grant, 13.5. Nice, nice. The 13.5 we get to add to the account towards an equipment upgrade. So I'm gonna drop this weight. Actually, there's something I've been wanting to upgrade too. I'll drop that off. I won't need this for a bit for the bale stacking anyway. Alright, let's take care of this trailer here quick. Yes, that is the diesel tank by the shed. Right there. Yep. All right. Yep, there is a train on the map. It runs pretty frequently. The moo-moos. So now that spring is hit, by the way, chat, we made our animal pens. Our cows ended up with 18,600 liters of available meadow grass to eat. Well, hopefully it still shows up today there, Bodine. And the sheep also ended up with around 18,500 liters of available meadow grass to both of those pens. So that area in there, this area here, I love this option where the animals can roam the pens however you design them. That is a massive, massive change. I like it a lot. Yes, that is better than yesterday, MacGyver. Alright. So 13.5. This presents an interesting question. The easiest way to do this is probably going to be just me quitting out of the game quick, doing it into my do a quick save file edit and coming back in. Yesterday I got fined $2,500, or I had to pay a $2,500 vet bill. Alright, so the question is... I would get a whopping $1,700 back for this thing. I would like to try and get this here. So the 1,700 plus the 13.5, we will have the math. I might need a little bit of a loan. Yeah, I'm gonna need a small loan. We'll need to add a couple of bucks to the loan. So let's go ahead and we're going to borrow that. What I'll do is I'll borrow the full amount I need, and I'll knock 13.5 off the loan. Something like that. No, I'll just save it and do it that way. Only takes a second. And I'll reactivate the... Or I'll activate for the first time the government efficiency mod as a way of trying to get this done in the future. It's a calculator. We currently have 43473 plus 13,500, 56,973. Go. Oh, down here? Yep. With the modding I do, I need to keep it installed, AKW, so that I have access to go in and get assets and things like that to bring them into 25. Yeah, I'll just stick to doing it the way I just did it. Hello. What's up, Dave?
How are you? Figured I'd jump up here and give you some company.
Oh, I appreciate it.
How's things?
Going good.
That's good.
Going good.
That's a good thing. I will say, I'm playing so uncheaty right now. I won't even turn on super strength anymore. I'm tired of people giving me a hard time.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Living.
There we go. Government efficiency grant spent. Decided I made
efficiency.
So I did a channel point redeem once per stream for 25,000 channel points. It's a wheel spin that has like government efficiency grants on it, towards equipment upgrades or like solar panel upgrades for the farm. There's also like EPA, DOT fines on there, vet bills. So there's negatives on there, there's positives on there, and it's a wheel spin. And today's wheel spin ended on efficiency upgrade for the farm, a government grant towards equipment upgrades, the amount of $13,500 towards a new piece of equipment.
Nice.
So, yeah, I just figured it was something different for people to spend channel points on.
Mm-hmm.
And B. Graham, welcome in. Reattach and attach mod. There are no mods other right now for 25 Drifter. Other than the plow I've made and a couple of other odds and ends. Right now there's no editor out. So most mods have yet to be converted. Not only that, the mod hub is not currently got anything in it because the game hasn't been released. Alright, there's that. Now one other thing I wanted to do, and I need my pallet forks for this. We've got some wood stuff to take care of. Hey, Mr. Tim the Dirt Man, how you been, buddy?
Hey, Tim.
Been seeing you in a while. We usually have to wait 10 days. According to sources within Giants, it should be out tomorrow.
The editor?
Yeah.
My giant source is that's their goal, but within probably no more than 2 to 3 days at the most. So, I mean, patience. We can wait an extra day or two if we have to.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I figure, you know, by end of the week at the latest.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. They want to get the game has to release before the editor. Because we thought about this. Some people are saying, "Oh, you cannot use that editor. It links up to the game with all the shaders and stuff." So you have to have the game installed before you run the editor, or you're just going to cause them problems.
Well, yeah, the editor's going to freak out because it loads the assets from the game.
Exactly. So it makes no point until people can actually play to release the editor.
And I do not use manual attach in 22 Drifter. So, Dave and them have done some testing in multiplayer. Seemed like things went pretty well.
Pretty well. Lots of small issues.
Alright, we're out of wood in there anyway. But I wanted to grab this. And it was what? Planks long and wood beams I needed? Yeah, planks long and wood beams I need over here. Yeah, planks long and wood beams. So planks I can get rid of. I'll hold on to them for now. For now, we're going to take the planks long and the wood beams. We're going to bring them over to the museum. And on the return trip, I'm going to stop by the warehouse and I'm going to buy 2 pallets of cement bags. Yeah, I don't know if there's changes to that, Hans, for that will come out in a day one patch or not, but it does not seem like the water actually hits the windows. It'll go on every other surface. But that could be something within Giants that they forgot to toggle, or who knows.
Yeah, you don't need the wipers. The windows don't get wet.
Yeah.
But they turn
Windows
on automatically anyway.
Yep.
I'm getting more hailstorms than rainstorms. I don't know about you.
I've gotten some hail. Well, I mean, it sounds
Hail?
like hail because you get that tinkling sound, but it piles up snow.
Oh, I got hail that's not piling up.
Oh.
It's just bouncing. You can see the little pieces bouncing off the ground.
Yep. Yeah, I was
and
seeing that a little bit
unfortunately,
last night. Well,
uh,
I haven't gotten
yeah.
true hail, I don't think, if it's different than the snow.
It's different. It looks kind of like the snow, but it doesn't pile up, and it's April, and it's.
Oh. Interesting. I
I
wonder
got
if that's something that might be in the future potentially damage crops like the tornado
It's
does.
already damaging my crops every year.
Is it? Interesting.
If they're in like it's doing a number on my canola because the canola comes due. If it's in the last 2 stages of canola,
Yeah.
it'll take some damage. So
Interesting.
I've been getting a little bit just about every year damage in my canola. Depends when it comes. I think it can't damage it unless it's in the harvest ready state or the state just before it.
Yeah, the final growth state.
The final growth stage. Yeah.
I was about to have a bad day. I missed my turn, chat. No, I haven't gotten hail yet. The wintertime was really cool. Dealing with the snow, I got a couple of days where it snowed pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to deal with that. That was interesting, trying to pull trailers around and stuff in the snow.
Right.
It made them pull so much harder that it was actually causing my tractor to like straighten out when I was trying to turn.
Wow.
It was pretty crazy.
I do like it. You can see your tracks in the snow now.
Wait.
Even the tread of your tracks is in the snow.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Disappointingly though, you don't see your own footsteps.
You didn't even notice, yeah.
I got out at one point and wanted to run around to see if you could see your own footsteps in the snow. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can try Drifter to be a storm chaser in the snow or in with the weather, but it's really spotty as to what occurs. Oh, hey, don't be looking that way. You hope they just didn't perfect it yet since it was shown on the promotional content for the Twisters. Rain on the windows. I mean, it's a possibility. It could also be that, and this is speculation, I don't know if the early access branch we're currently on is going to be the day one branch. They may have a patch coming for tomorrow and that could fix it. I don't know. I have not heard from Giants about that. I just have been playing, seeing what I can find, making sure different odds and ends get reported. An update on Xbox today. I didn't think you guys could preload yet. Or did they finally add preloading for Xbox and PlayStation? Because if they did and Steam can't, that's kind of a bummer. It's possible, and I just haven't noticed, KW. I don't know. I haven't seen it patch when I've started the game.
I have had one patch. I wonder what version it says it's on now. I haven't. Mine's been running since last night, though. I should probably shut it down and see if we get anything here.
You had it for a week now, but can't play it? Interesting. Great time to pick up and transport cement bags in the rain in an uncovered trailer. So for those that don't know, this is the warehouse. You can buy your construction products here if you have the spare funds and don't want to do the production side of things. When you're in the field, hold H to GPS. Yep, for sure. Maybe they fixed the cow pens that had a problem where the cows would eat all the meadow. The next year it wouldn't come back. I have not gotten that far yet, Boo Boo, to know for sure. Goham says it's been preloaded on his Xbox for 2 weeks. Wow. Interesting. Hey there, Anime Dave. I honestly haven't even looked to see what version I'm on, so.
It's 1.2.1, and it started at 1.0, so.
There you go. Yeah, but yet you can't preload on Steam. It's kind of messed up that Xbox has had it that long and Steam can't. Giants can preload. I don't know about PlayStation. Sounds good, MacGyver. No, people are saying that Xbox has already got it preloaded. Their dad with autism. Trying to build this shed that you start with on the farm. Two weeks ago, but can't play on it till tomorrow. Well, one way around that cameo would be to buy it through Giants. Then you can even use a content creator code and help out your favorite streamer with becoming the Giants bronze or silver or gold or whatever partner. There. Not allowed out-of-country transactions through your bank. Ah. We've got a cultivating contract on 11. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We'll go break in that new contract, cultivator we just bought. So far, it's pretty good, Tipster. I mean, there's been some odds and ends, but nothing game-breaking. Yeah, I used John Deere almost exclusively in 22, Drifter. This time around, I'm going to try and do a case playthrough. I will eventually, go back and do I'll do a John Deere farm. Seeing a streamer last night had problems with the bale shed. Yes, so there is a known issue with that bale and pallet storage. The trigger is currently too close to the output trigger is currently too close to the input side. So one workaround for the time being is to park a vehicle in the edge of the input side so it forces the pallets to spawn further out. Yes, when I get to the field, I will use GPS to get the lines for doing field 11. But we got to get up there first. You gonna start with all Massey? There you go, Bodine. I thought of doing a New Holland farm, but right now there's several vehicles that are kind of missing from the New Holland catalog to manage that. Yeah, like I said, it's a minor issue. It's nothing game breaking. More of an annoyance than anything. Well, the trains have always been difficult to slow down and stop, Drifter. It's a train. It's not meant to stop on a dime. Yeah, class is good. I've done class playthroughs before. But the rain on the windows, from what I gathered, it was removed due to console's performance problems. Ah, yeah, that would make sense, Hans. Well, 21 hours is when the game releases, CJ. Yep, I'm a fan of John Deere as well, Drifter. I know I get a lot of shit for it, but it's what I've grown up around. I own a John Deere tractor. Some of them have been brought over, yes, Robert. As for Kubota equipment, what was brought over is the M8 series. We get the small front loader, the skid steer, the 2 side-by-sides, and the front loader arm for the M8. Go! Last time I tell you. Well, the problem is, Tipster, is Giants doesn't run separate versions for console and PC. They run the same game. They don't have split versions, and thus, if the consoles have to have it removed, everyone misses out because they won't run separate versions. If they had a console version and a PC version internally, then they could do that, but they keep one version internally, which isn't a... I mean, it has its pros and it has its cons. Obviously, the con is PC misses out on stuff. The pro is you don't accidentally fix one bug on one platform and forget it on the other, or vice versa, or have bugs that don't appear on one platform versus another. You get to keep one consistent version, so it helps with bug tracking and fixing. Spring Creek, North Dakota. I never played on that one. Yep. Yeah, there are a lot. That's one complaint I've seen from a lot of people, is there's a lot of equipment missing from 22 because of the equipment they added for things like the rice and the spinach and the green beans and all of those things. But word on the street is Giants will be doing their typical official mods to add in a lot of that additional equipment, and that will be coming day one as well. So we'll see tomorrow.
You think they do that to keep the game size down and then let people choose what they want for like consoles and stuff?
Probably, yeah.
Rather than putting another 100 vehicles in the game, which would make it that much larger.
Yeah, it would bloat the size of the game.
Yep.
That's one possibility. Another possibility, and I mean only Giants would know this, is, you know, their contract with John Deere to have the licensing may say these are the vehicles you're allowed to have base game type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, we want these vehicles in your game at a minimum, so that's what they do.
Yep.
I mean, only Giants would be able to answer that question, but I'm
Yeah.
betting that's why they pick and choose certain equipment over other equipment.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they did state that the manufacturers, especially the big ones, tell them what they want to see in the game a lot of times. So.
And then,
Yeah,
like
I
you
don't think
said, to keep the size of the game down.
to keep the size down, they have to put the other stuff in, you know,
Yep.
in mods. I mean, it makes sense, complete sense. Rather than bloat the game, especially for consoles, because if you're gonna eat up just slots with base content, it gives you choices. Maybe you don't like John Deere and you want to put all the Massey tractors at the, you know, or whatever on.
Well,
instead.
I mean, as far as consoles go, the slots only count once you add the equipment onto the map.
Right.
So you buy the equipment, lease the equipment, whatever, then the slot count comes into effect. You can have all the mods in the world loaded, but you can only get,
Yeah.
so much on the map itself. Which actually, by having it all as mods, it does hurt console to a degree, because the console manufacturers only allow you so many mods, so much space worth of mods.
Right. Hey, Green Thumb.
I forgot I'm
Takes a lot of
cultivating.
time
I
to
should have
convert
done the
them all.
interior.
Yeah. Definitely
Hey, Green
some
Thumb.
time converting them.
But it's Giants. They've had 3 years to do their conversions and stuff like that. Obviously, primarily they focus on, let's get the game to where we want it. This is what we want, and then start our conversions. But they've had all the time in the world to do that. Yep, the Chrome baler does have bale twine. All of the balers now will have twine or wrap, depending on, or netting, depending on whether they're round or square. The wrapper, all that stuff. The Chrome baler also has in it the ability to put the gathering platform on, if you want to have it store 3 bales and then drop them all at once. Giants said they ran out of time to add them all. Oh, well, I mean, if that's the case, and I mean, GG with your scheduling, Giants. These vehicles are missing. It's because they have to rescan every vehicle due to the new system. Concentrate on gameplay. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of them adding gameplay as well. And focusing on that. Yep, I got a pallet of twine and 2 boxes of wrap currently on the farm. If they go DLC route, Green Thumb, for equipment that they've already had in the past, that will be a massive break from their history, because they've never charged for vehicles they've already released, or recharged anyway, if it was a previous DLC or something like that. But free content updates, yeah, that would be fine. But if you start trying to charge me for something that was base game in 22, I'm gonna be upset. They've never done it in the past. So, let's hope they don't do it now.
They originally
extra.
said they would not charge you for anything that you previously paid for in a previous version.
Yeah. So, early access.
That was
Xbox creator said that the slot count went down from 22. That's interesting. So yeah, today's gonna be a bit of a shorter stream this morning. And then I have an event that I plan on attending for Bayford this afternoon. Then I'm going to take a nap, and then I got to be on for this evening to help spell X-Man for the overnight. Yeah, I'm planning on going, I think I put down 11 to 6. I'll probably be on earlier than that. But,
Yeah.
one of the Bayford members, she's turning 40 today, so gotta go give her a
Uh-huh.
hard time. So at Dagger and use the Massey square baler twine. Yeah, I did, what was it, 27 bales, and it never budged the bale twine on the crone baler. The wrap, on the other hand, you do tend to go through a bit of wrap, but, I mean, you're wrapping massive bales, you will go through wrap. I don't mind it, to be honest. Yeah, it's an expense, and people might complain about it, but at the end of the day, it will... Little expenses like that add up to slow down your pace of steaming through a map. So you actually enjoy it more. So from what I've seen, yes, Bodine, every single baler will take wrap or twine. Or sorry, netting for round, twine for square, and then the wrappers all take wrap. Which is kind of cool because you can just buy different colors of wrap and interchange the wrap as you go through it. For himself, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome into the channel. How you doing today? I'm hoping we get through March into April at least. As soon as we're done this particular contract, we'll probably be heading into the next month. I'm doing all right today, farm. You pumped for FS25? I bet. I know most people are. And honestly, this is, I'm pretty impressed with this. I have to be careful what I say still.
Yeah.
I gotta keep reminding myself that you can't give it construed as a review yet. Which, kind of silly, to be honest. Get your wheel all set up for tomorrow, Imperial? Nice.
Can't give it a rating. I don't know about you can tell what you like and dislike, but not give it a, you know.
Yeah, see, I keep hearing everybody refer to it as a review, so I'm like, choose my words,
Yeah.
choose my words.
I give it a review. No, not a complete review. People ask me what do I think so far, and I tell them, you know, what the positives and the negatives. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically, you know, what I like about it, what
Let them decide. Yep.
what I dislike. There are very few dislikes. My only real dislike so far is that Damn parsnip harvester. But I'm not salty.
I wouldn't necessarily say I have dislikes. I do have concerns.
You ordered a 923 Logitech and pedals. Nice. There you go, farm. You should enjoy that, I'd imagine. Yeah, the AI for the parsnip carrot harvester is pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, things are fairly on the up and up. There's a few minor little tidbits. Like the pallets, the bale and pallet storage trigger being off.
Yeah.
That's minor. It's not game breaking by any stretch. I haven't really seen any game breaking bugs. Just little minor things.
I have some concerns about it though. This is the first time I've ever had a version that I don't get 60 frames steady right out of the box.
Yeah. I've been in the 50s. But of course, granted, I have everything cranked to the 9s and everything set to quality and...
But what's that going to do for the larger maps? Plus, the load times on
That's true, yeah.
standard. The load times on the standard maps have increased substantially. It's almost as long, it seems, getting in here as it did when I left off at Canyon Crossing.
I haven't noticed it being very long.
Oh, it's about, well, you got a faster CPU than me. It's probably about 4 times longer than a base game over on the last version. Loading up.
Yeah. About 2 weeks ago, you got a 4K monitor. There you go. I owe you guys kitty treats. I know. You're gonna come up here, you're gonna go down here. Step handsome. Up you go. Yeah, I do have some concerns. That's why I'm sitting there like, I want to go to a minimum of a 4X map. I don't know if I want to go to 16, though, because of long-term playability, getting the lower frames and all that at the high end. Like you said, right out of the box, we're not at 60 FPS.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, that could be as simple, too, as one little setting that we haven't messed with that would make all the difference, you know? It's like, I don't have the frame gen or any of that stuff turned on.
Don't get me wrong, I do get 59, 60 in a lot of places, but I have seen bigger dips this time.
Yeah.
Than in the last one. But I'm not running the latest and greatest GPU either. By far.
Yeah. Like I said, I've got everything turned up about as much as you can at the moment. The GPS line and the windshield, that is assisted steering. And yeah, it would be nice if it was on the monitor, but it's not actually on the windshield. It's just on the ground, ProMark. It looks like it's on the windshield because I've been in cab, but it's just on the ground. It's no different than like VCA or guidance steering from 22, but it's a base game feature now. It's pretty good, I'll be honest. After playing it for the last couple days, I think so, yeah. There's been some major improvements in a couple of areas that I've been wanting to see improvements for a while. Namely, like animal pens. and the ability to make the fences the way I might want them to be. You know, if I've got an odd shaped area and I want to fence it all in as part of a single pen, you can do that now. That's really nice. Having the grazing system added is pretty nice as well. Because it just makes sense. The baby animals is really nice to see base game. That's been a mod for a couple versions now, so it's nice to see them add that base game. The terrain deformation, I think, is a nice step towards what could be in the future a compaction map to, keep track of where you've compacted the field, where you might need to break it up to improve yields. Farming's going pretty good, Tug. So that's pretty interesting. The new menus are actually really nice. I do like the new menus. The new contract menu is pretty nice as well, where you can actually see the mini map for where you're taking the contract. You get to see it a little bit better. Seeing some of the menus now for the productions and stuff like that is pretty nice. I really like that the prices menu is frickin' alphabetical, so you can find shit. Because, oh my gosh, that's a nightmare. Chickens, we need to give some food to the chickens when we get back. Yeah, I don't know, Bodine. I've never paid attention to horses, because back in 19 they were not even close to being worth their effort, so I never touched them in 22. Wait a second. The new roads, I'm really liking the new roads, especially the way they look with the rain and the weather effects. I'm sure part of that has to do with snow mask on the decal and stuff. I really hope we get access to a lot of that stuff in the editor. And I would love to see it get added to the construction menu, so you can place your own roads down. Because the way I understood it from their early conversations about it was that we would be able to. Well, I can tell you for sure in a second, Bodine. Let me just go drive over to the animal dealer.
I haven't really looked.
Neither have I. Like I said, horses are the last thing I pay attention to. I do hope that they patch the construction menu so that the cows and sheep will show like cows / buffalo and sheep / goats, so people know, instead of like me and the having a moment yesterday with why are there no goat pens.
Yeah, there was one thing I saw too. What is it called? Let me check here real quick.
But I think you can actually mix them, sheep and goats, in the
Yes.
same pen.
Yes, you can. I wish they weren't that way, because then it limits the pallets. Because now you can't do goats with cashmere, because there's that pallet spawner is already taken for wool. So we'd have to make our own separate the animals somehow to do both.
I'm not seeing anything at the animal dealer. Then again, I'm not seeing actually any baby animals for any of the other animal types either. It'd be worth it to get a tablet to use Sim Dashboard on. Yes, I do have a wheel farm sift, or farm self. I have the Logitech G29. And Sim Dashboard, I haven't done a Sim Dashboard at all. I should really set my Stream Deck up with the stuff for it, but come on. Gimme. There it is. I don't think so, Farm Self. Whoa. Whoa, hey. All over the place. Messed around on your phone and enjoyed it. Bought my daughter a nice tablet at a good price. I had you thinking? Yeah. Yes, Sim Dashboard is an app you put on a tablet, phone, something like that. Alright, so it is 12:41 in the afternoon. Couple weeding contracts, stone picking contracts. Nothing big contract-wise that I want to jump out and go do. So we are going to take a look at our fields quick. We don't have any weeds to deal with. Oh, that reminds me. we need to go fertilize our grass field. Let's go spread some fert on that quick. Shouldn't take but a moment. We want to do that before it starts growing again. Just got it on your iPhones. See if it works later. There you go. I'm curious if this tractor, even though I'm working in the field, is going to get cleaned up as it gets rained on. And see, if you look, it's already recognized the new painted line I put into the edge of the field. It already recognized that new painted line, even though there's field, but, you know, a few feet away, it recognized the new area. It's pretty decent with the workers and or steering guidance. I think the next thing I need to get is going to be a small spinnery of some kind. Now that I've got the sheep going, we do have wool we'll be able to sell. This here's the next tractor I want to do something about. I was looking at the small Vertus tractor, I think it is. As a replacement potentially for this.
I don't recall ever being in a hailstorm that lasted 3 hours.
I have.
Oh yeah, in real life?
Hmm.
Never
I've seen them where they last all day long. Hey, so the hydrate
I've
there,
been
Jers?
I've been in one that had uh, golf ball size hail and it piled up to over 18 inches deep in
Grossed
less
up.
than an hour.
What?
I'm a little
And we
grossed up.
couldn't move the cars.
Yeah. A little extra protein on your chicken nugget.
I don't know if it was on the plate or in the bag of nuggets.
A little extra protein on your chicken nugget. I would guess probably with the little paper sleeve thing you do.
I'll put it in the freaking drawer. And I had basically tipped it upside down prior to.
So yeah, we got everything. This little section here, I'm gonna have to paint the way back to whatever when I get the chance. But we're in pretty good shape. I would say let's get into April. Nothing was ready to harvest yet. Hey, Scotsman. I'm doing all right. All right. It is April. Great demand at Playground Maker. Alright, first thing I always check, contracts. That's a decent price, but I don't have a hoe, so. Great demand at the Playground Maker is going to be for, like, planks or beams, and we don't have any of those. Now see that. That ain't FS22, chat. Sun coming through the trees, the fog. That's not FS22, chat. Alright, Aminals. We're good on the coop. We're good on these guys. The sheepy sheeps. We're doing alright over there. Can you buy and fill in diesel tank? Yes, you can there, Drifter. Just come up to it over here, refill, and buy however much you want at a time. Yes, I do have a bunch of beehives, as a matter of fact. I moved them from where they were originally on the farm. I put them back in here. We have beehives here. I have another large beehive over by my canola field, the corner of it. I have it here so the chickens eat them. Speaking of chickens, I got another pallet I gotta move. How's this progressing? Alright, required for the next step, nothing, so finish, would you? Should use the bee suit? Eh. I'm not gonna go change my outfit just to go over next to the bees. Well, how much is left on your plate, woman? That's a lot of food.
I had just started eating when I saw it.
No, Tug, it's a shed that starts out on the property. Get the ketchup out, I'll eat it. I don't care. Just don't look at it. Like I said, a little extra protein. Well, I haven't seen a tornado spawn. It's not necessarily going to spawn in the forest, Drifter. There has not been one on my map yet. All right.
There you go.
People confuse what a hailstorm is versus what the sleet or freezing rain, because hailstorms are accompanied by thunderstorms and only last 2 to 15 minutes.
Well,
Get the big ice balls, nickel size, quarter size.
yeah.
It has to be actually, I think a half a centimeter to be considered hail. What is it? Yeah, something like that. But it's formed in thunderstorms, so I don't know. I'm just looking at this.
Makes
there ain't no
sense.
thunderstorm here, and it's hailing all day long.
On their website, it says it works on consoles. Ah. There you go. Good to know. Where was that? Oh. Last time I put that there. Couple thousand liters of wheat for the chickens. Yeah, I'm sure it's just because the game hasn't released yet, Ebone. They can't say, hey, it works for this game until the game comes out. Well, figure that out when I get to it. Alright. Nothing really going on the contracts board at the moment. Nope, don't want to do the red beet. You can get out of here with that. Sugar beet? They planted it in sugar beet? You bastards. Oh, David planted this in spinach.
I didn't plan it at all. Oh. Oh, you mean that, David?
It's a real Dave move, Dave. um, I got early access through the Sim Game Alliance stream team. We have many members that are bronze or above partners. We had several members attend the Giants case event. And because of... I'd like to think it's partially because of our 22 release. The fact that we went 24/7 coverage for 77 days after release. We were able to get a couple codes for those of us that weren't partners. Bronze partners, that is.
I had an invite to the case event. I just couldn't do it because I was moving. And it cost too much. Flight. You get everything but the flight cost, and flight was very expensive from here. Big Daddy was also invited and couldn't make it. So we had members that we couldn't get there either.
It's not sugar beets you do that to, Tug. It's oilseed radish. And yes, you can still plant oilseed radish. Immediately then after it's grown to its first state, disc it in to get the yield bonus out of it. Hmm. 18,000 liter capacity. That would actually be really handy to have. Would actually make reversing possible.
Boy. Oh, that child is gonna freaking get smacked.
Mm-hmm.
He's practicing his baseball skills in the driveway.
I'm gonna practice my baseball skills on his ass. He does that shit.
Freaking right around my brand new car.
Yeah. Yep, it sure does. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do have to love them, but some days you really don't want to. Alright. I'm up. I know. I'm up. Dad just needs to do the treats. I'm already standing. Looking at me, Dad, you're already out of the chair. You better give me them treats. Oh yeah, for sure, Tug. For sure. Bury the treats rather than eat them, so Pickle's got a double dose. You almost done, Darius? You're making a mess of where I normally store the treats. Alright. Alright, so I think it might be a good idea to actually swap over to this trailer. Leave the other one as a bale trailer. If we absolutely need the capacity of it, we'd have it, but this would at least be reversible. So yeah, we're gonna buy that, especially as cheap as it is. $5,000 fertilizing contract, we will accept. We're over on 65. Alright, so let's go grab fertilizer. Welcome back, MacGyver. Nope, everything seems to be going good, MacGyver. I do need to buy... buy a couple extra bags of fertilizer. Yeah, you don't really need to repair it. Not like it'll break down. Besides, the repair costs are still absurd in this game.
Yeah, they are.
And as I want to replace this tractor as soon as possible, I don't want to dump a bunch of money into it. Yeah, but it doesn't cost you $8,000 for a tune-up every 10 hours of using a vehicle. That's better.
Doesn't need to be repaired fully every 4 times for every tank of gas.
Hmm.
Gas goes down slower than the repairs.
Yeah, I don't often use the hazards drifter because the button's not mapped to my steering wheel, and I don't feel like reaching for it all the time. Same with the blinkers. If I took the time to map them better, I might use them more. It's not like the AI traffic is gonna prevent the. It's not like it's gonna prevent the AI traffic from running into me. They're still gonna pull out right in front of you. They're still gonna turn into you. So I might as well drive like they do. Millennial Farmer map? No, they won't have a map like that until months after FS25 releases. I mean, they seem a little better AI-wise. They'll go around you now instead of blowing their horn at you the whole time. I never played on it in 22 Drifter. Mainly because when it released, I was already just focused on I'll play Farming Simulator when 25 comes out. I played on it in 19 a bit, but there were major issues with it in 19. So we'll see. As far as 25 goes, I know JD Fans announced he's making a map. I'm going to try my hand at a map this time around. Dave is making a bespoke map, if I recall.
A what?
Bespoke, meaning you're starting with nothing to make your map, if I remember right?
Yeah, but yes, but also JD normally doesn't do maps for release. I don't know. He was doing something for himself. So I wouldn't be so sure if that's going to be publicized or not.
It's true. Drive like a Lulu and Farming Sim and you'd be grand. Wife said. But I'm gonna actually try making a map myself, and if I manage it, then it will be released.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if JD's gonna release, because I know he mentioned it. He talked about it openly in X-Man stream, and he did release the Pompeys map in 22. So never say never, I guess is what I'm getting at. But no, earlier we were having the conversation about map sizes and stuff like that. And like I was saying, I don't know if... I know I don't want to try and make a 16.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, there's the option of the 4. Which is most likely what will happen, but... am I right in remembering that in 22 people were starting to manage in between sizes?
There are ways, but it's tricky because it's not actually, and it might not be possible anymore. You'd have to see. They were doing it between 8 and 32x, but it basically is. It messes up a lot of things, and so it's very hard to get to work. I'd be very hesitant to try to do that. I would probably do a 16x and just use 8x of the land before I did that for the first map this time.
That might be what ends up happening.
Hey guys.
Yep.
Hey,
how's it going?
Good.
Awesome.
First FS, you don't play right away, even though you get the pre-order in the year 1. Why is that there, Anime? Yep. Yeah, I used the honeybee header in 22. I like the honeybee headers. I'm actually kind of looking forward to using the Gearinghoff corn heads in 25. You don't see much difference?
Oh, yeah.
It may not be readily apparent on the stream, but there's a pretty big difference when you start looking beyond the equipment in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those trees. Those are nice. What the hell tree is that? I want to plant a bunch.
You get it and
Northern
load
Catalpa.
it up on your PC and look at it, and you're gonna be like, "Whoa, this is different." Promise.
I mean, just look at the fog you see all over the map, all over the screen right now.
Yeah, the streams don't do it justice, man. It is really
Yeah.
stunning.
But, I mean, I get it. Everybody's, got their own reasons.
Yep.
Well, like I said, Drifter, I don't use the turn signals, the hazards, the beacons. I don't bother because I don't have them mapped to a convenient location, and I don't want to... I hate reaching for buttons. So I just never bother with them. Once in a great while, I'll mess with them, but I've just never bothered to map them to a convenient control, or if I have, I've forgotten. It's a problem with mapping custom controls. If you spend time away from the game and then come back into it, you're like, what did I map where?
Right.
Deadwood missions, we got some stone picking, weeding, the wood transfer. Bit of a gameplay is the same. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's farm sim. At the end of the day, you're farming. There really ain't much change there.
No. No.
I think. The hell? Oh, there it is.
Oh, man, it would be real nice if I got my DisplayPort adapter before I go live, but it's not gonna happen.
I mean, even your modded maps and equipment and stuff, it's still going to be the same game. I mean, it's not that much night and day gameplay difference, even with mods,
Right.
too.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's
Farm sim.
it's farm sim. I think I like the idea of doing that. Knock out those couple of trees. Put a second one of these backed right up to the first one. Give me a little extra storage space. And it's conveniently spaced so that I can still get everything in and around it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it'd be right there. And I need some wood for my sawmill. So... boop. Time to cut down a couple trees. The thump. This is the one I'm gonna have to cut into. Oh, there's a soccer ball on that one. Well, sorry, soccer ball. You're coming out. Nope, no tow truck, CJ.
I called that tree there last night Grandpa's tree. I think he planted it.
Well, sorry, Grandpa. Ain't there no more. I should actually go ahead and get out the some seeds and the tree planting machine and start planting some trees for actual harvesting. Hey, Irish Gamer. Thanks for the hydrate. Yeah, some of the tree trunks are massive.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's grab the old tractor, the log fork, the wheel, the rear weights. I figure out where I'm gonna put the bucket here. Yep, down on the farm. How's it going there, David? Oops, my bad. Doing all right. David Moon, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome into the channel. New account, I gotcha. I hope I don't mispronounce this, but is it Koos? 1234? Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome into the channel. How are you doing today? Alright, this might prove a little... That trunk might prove a little much for this particular... grapple. Oh boy. This is proving a little much for the grapple too. Alright, time to make some smaller pieces. And this is how we die, chat. Nope, apparently not. Sounds good there, Bodine. Some tractors do tug. Not all of them do. I mean, they would certainly help with the accompaniment of the weight as well. I don't know if this tractor has that at that option. Let's go take a look. I don't know if I'll be able to afford anything, but go take a look. I wanted to check. Okay, we only had 9,000 out of 14. Yeah, there are some wheel weights, but a lot of it depends on the tire option. That makes sense. So we have, we do have wheel weights, $5,000, and they add an entire ton to the back, so 1,000 kilos. We have medium tires. Ooh, medium in weights. Heck yeah. Oh, wides in weights. There we go. This tractor gonna have narrows? Interesting. Wides and weights it is. That'll actually add 1,100 kilos to the back of the tractor.
That ought to make some good tracks in your fields.
It's a good thing compaction isn't an issue yet.
Yeah, right.
Extra 1,100 kilos should make a difference, though, picking these trees up. Pallets in general, good to know. Make sure you put the sawmill close to where you want to cut trees. Wise looks good on Dave. Yeah, Dave, quit being a wise ass. I get to say that here. We are broke again, yes. See, I have this big problem, MacGyver. I find money and then spend money.
Pretty much how it works in this game.
Yep. You make money to spend money. But it's continually growing the farm. Yeah, exactly. It's spending money to make more money. Mm-hmm. To buy more land, to make more money, to...
Yep.
Dave's not here. That's a real Dave move, Dave. I'll say what I said at the beginning of the stream today. All right, I get this. I get that big trunk. Ruh-roh, chat, we are full on the sawmill. I guess that means that and the big trunk are gonna wait till we need more. Speaking of stuff, where's my damn shed? Even with that extra 1,100 pounds I just added, oh buddy. I do have a stump grinder, yes. So we're going to have to try out the in-game stump grinder. The one I was using, of course, was the Trex before. But I think we're going to make sure we can do the same with the in-game stump grinder here in a minute.
I couldn't get that big stump last night. With it, maybe you can though.
Yeah, there's some tricks to it. It's about coming at it from certain angles, and it needs to be cut down to the right height.
Yeah.
Nope,
I've
not
seen so
that.
many people struggle. I haven't cut those trees yet.
Well, mine's close enough to the ground where I can drive over it now, so I don't care. I just leave it for now. But pretty tough. But,
See, this doesn't give you the same like grinding look that the Trex gives you, but you can see it's already half gone. You just gotta kind of work at it from different angles. And sometimes what I did was leave it running, and then you get out with your chainsaw and you look down at it and you see I can still cut it again. You want a copy
Alright,
for
I
you?
will
Nice.
catch you later. I'm going in alert mode, so I'll catch you later. Enjoy your stream.
Sounds good. Do one of those numbers. Oh, just got rid of that chunk. One thing I've seen that helped too was coming in and painting away the dirt, the grass around it. So exposing it completely. There's one there to do too. Bingo, see? Gone. That can is a tree marking can, so I can mark which trees I want to cut, which trees I want to keep. Did you see that, Wheels? All gone.
oh yeah. Yeah. That one I think I got. I think it was the one on the other side, the bigger one. I couldn't.
Oh, big one's gone.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I have to mess with it some more. I messed
Yeah,
with it for a few minutes, but I'll just get it over.
painting away the grass around it helps a lot, but it's just a matter of
Yep.
working the thing back and forth over it.
Yep. Yep.
I've gotten rid of every single stump I've had to try and get rid of, so.
Okay. Cool. So it's possible. You just got to get it in the right spot.
Yep.
Okay. Fair enough.
There, now that that's done, we can paint that out, save up some money, and drop a shed in there. Good deal. I think it's going to come out to about here. I'll paint the concrete on the ground, or I can always back off the concrete later.
So you like the red barn there?
For now.
Yeah.
I mean, the barn is a bit of a pain, but...
Yeah. Well, at least it's somewhat usable.
Yeah. That's the thing, like, I can't afford anything better than that barn currently, so...
Right.
The barn stays.
Right.
I mean, I've got a lot of equipment in this barn. If eventually, I would love to put in one of the bigger buildings.
Right.
You know, I'll take out a couple trees if I have to or whatever. Maybe even move these sheds and I'd put in one of the bigger buildings. But, you know, I mean, 300 grand for a building.
Yeah. Whew.
It would fit there, but at 300 grand.
Right.
What's up there, Nick Kowalski? There are 0 cement bags needed for the next stage. Get with the program. I got it early for being for being part of a stream team in which we have more than a few bronze partners and several members that also attended the case event, through which we had there was a spare copy that they were kind enough to give me for early access. Alright. Right now, there's not really any contracts to do at the moment. There's some seeding contracts and stuff, but I don't think I can do them with my little seeder that I have. Well, I could do the spinach one, but they're not very lucrative contracts. Just hope the constant sinking on multiplayer is different. There are some dedicated some servers that I know Yosho had done some testing with the gang on. I don't know how well the syncing issues were. How's it going, Big Ox? So yeah, April, I think, is going to come to a conclusion really quickly. We're going to need some funds, though, to get to the next month. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to need at least 5 grand to prevent us from going into the negative. Come on, May. Bit of rain. Here we are. We got $1,400 to our name. Bright, foggy morning. 15 grand for a wood transport. That one we're gonna grab right there. Let's go get ourselves set up on field 91. Because I think we can currently harvest... Oh, grass field's ready to harvest again. What's in May? Oh, all the way till July before we can harvest our fields. Interesting. Alright, well, let's get this going. We'll have some egg pallets to deal with when we get back. 91. 91 is south. What am I doing? Alright, it's to the south. Yep. Straight to the south. You still get a bonus if you wait 1 month after grass is ready. So, yes. Grass still has 2 stages. It has its initial cutting stage, and then its fully ready to harvest stage. So you get about double the yield if you wait till the second cutting. What's your plans today there, Mr. Wheels?
Well, quite frankly, my grandchild might be born today.
Oh, well, congratulations, sir.
It's a little bit early.
Well, I mean, a little bit early, but I may not see you.
Quite a bit early. I mean, the baby.
Oh, baby is early?
Yeah.
Complications, or just...
Not on his side, on his mother's side. It's a little bit.
Ah, well, I mean, as long as it's, you know, as long as the baby's safe in the end.
Yeah, he's ready to go. It's a little early for her. Anyway, so we're kind of up in the air. It's going to take all day for that, but I'll be playing. I'll be streaming here in a bit. So.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when it's a situation like that, it's best to take mind off.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
otherwise you just sit there and worry about it, think about it, and what might go wrong here. No.
Yeah, I can't do anything anyway. So from where I'm
exactly.
at, I can't do nothing anyway. I may have to go fairly soon. Quick if something happens. But
yeah.
I'm in it. But yeah.
You don't necessarily have to borrow their equipment, Drifter, when you're doing bailing contracts. You can, but I went the wrong way. Woohoo! But you don't have to. Right now, I have all the baling equipment and grass working equipment, so I don't need to borrow it. Yeah, see, I mean, this right here, driving through the fog like this and everything, that's a big change over 22.
I mean, yeah, it's so immersive, man.
It really is. And I've said it a few times now to different people. It's like the equipment is only gonna get so detailed before you just hit that GPU limit of like what's capable.
Yeah.
But if everything else around it starts to get more detailed, like it is, the grass looks better, the trees look better, bushes and the foliage for the actual plants look better. Yeah. Now you start to be more immersive to the game as how it looks.
Yeah. It's crisp, sharp.
Yep. On this map, you're basically looking at it. There really isn't a forest.
Yeah.
These catalpas look really nice in the spring.
Yeah.
That's really cool looking.
So how's your YouTube doing?
There's 14 people over there right now.
Yeah, I've had some activity on the YouTube, man.
Well, like, I mean, even just these, you can still see that. I mean, they're flat, but they, from a distance, look much better because of the angles of it all.
Yeah.
Same with the trees. So, you go into the woods, and the trees and stuff look better. The fog through that looks so much better in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, there's not even like the ground textures, the cliff rock
Yeah.
textures,
Right.
and all that stuff look much better in this.
Yeah.
The rocks along the rivers and stuff like that look a lot better. I mean, the cattails and stuff.
Yeah, cattails. It's just so much. Like, I don't know.
Watch out for snakes and ticks. Yeah. So, what in the heck is that?
I don't know.
You
Okay,
see
that's
that?
Yeah. What?
What visual tomfoolery is that?
Oh, that's a glitch. Okay.
What the heck? Wait a second. No, no. There's wooden poles there. Is this part of the whole playground thing? Maybe?
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. From a distance, it looked weird.
Yeah, from a distance it did. It looked really funny. But I mean, even like this here, these little creek channels
Yeah, look at that.
and the rocks on the ground look way better this time around than they did in... Yeah, okay, now I see it. Oh, now I know what's going on. I delivered wood here.
Oh, now it's starting to build something.
See, like, I mean, these rocks here that make up the edge of this cliff are a big improvement over 22. So yeah, I mean, it's still farming,
But the depth is...
but the immersiveness is much better.
neat.
Yeah, see, I've delivered some planks and stuff like that, so that must be what happened, because I came up here and sold some stuff.
Yeah. That makes
Right.
sense.
I never noticed all these poles went way up in here.
Yeah, I can't say I did either. It's odd.
I never picked up on that before.
Is there like a zip line or something there?
I have no idea.
Yeah. That's weird. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's a reason for it.
I'm sure it's one of those things, you know, you're supposed to build it over time.
Whatever it is, it's pretty, might be pretty cool once they finish it.
Yep. Don't mind the giant hole on the backside of it. But see, like, even like the mud textures and stuff look much better than they did in 22. So, I mean, because of that, it's like, if I'm gonna play, I might as well, you know. Oh, this is interesting. Now I've got a conundrum here. Now I have a conundrum.
What's this giant stuff do?
Do I take the farm tech one I already have, go sell it, and buy the other one on sale? Sugar, you do watch Daggerwin? I haven't watched Daggerwin in a long time. Yeah, the level of detail is much better, like the bark on the trees. Till you get way up close. I mean, from here, that looks way nicer than it used to. So yeah, I mean, as a general rule of thumb, it's different.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is I'd get about 28 grand for my trailer. It would cost 10 for that trailer as a base trailer. But but then it would cost money for that extension and that extension. So by the time you do the math, you wouldn't really make out much. See if we can get this chunk of tree into the... That's still too much wood for the sawmill? Must be. Well, it'll take it when it's ready, I guess. Alright, let's go put this down. We need to get the forks out. Take care of the eggs. Oh, that's right. Most importantly, collect the $7,000 for that contract. And we're gonna pay back 5 grand there. I like how some of the pallets look different too. Some are fresh and clean looking pallets, other ones are darker, like older looking pallets. You break a bunch of eggs while I'm doing this. I have a few egg pallets in there. What in the hell? Bobby! The demons possessed you? You're still grass? Oh, alright. You're almost fermented. Second, chat. I just need to, a few things up. There we go. Alright. Put you away. I think... What would it cost to lease and grab a pallet of saplings? For that tree planter. Be $1,500 to lease it, plus the time invested. And then saplings, we have this option here. Be $1,000 a pop. We have this one, and then we'd have a whole lot of them. So we'd need a few pallets of these. Because I'd want to scatter some around. Some decorative ones around. And then I'd want to do some actual, like, harvestable straight lumber. So the question is, where do I own? Where could I plant? My farmland comes down to this road, and it comes down about to this road. About. Wish you could buy the central, like, area there, but non-purchasable. If I knew what farmland number it is, I could make it viable. So I really don't have a lot of property to which I could do this. As far as this goes, I have like a little bit along the edge of this, right in here maybe. I think I stop at this road too. Then over here I could put a little bit in here. Maybe a little bit along here. Some over in here. As far as this goes, I cleared this to make a goat pen eventually. It's not really worth me trying to mess around with it yet, but I know I need more lumber for the sake of this guy. I do not have the weather equipment, no. $4,200. Milk we'll need to do in September. $29 trees. No idea how this actually works. $3,000 to ted some grass.
I'm gonna go check in on Dave here.
Yep. I think we'll take that fertilizing contract. Put you back away. Ooh, excuse me. Need to spend some more time looking for collectibles, but I pretty well scoured things the other day. Unless they're just randomly hiding in the middle of a, you know, property by themselves. Do you go in file folder to copy and paste? Copy and paste what, E-Bone? Massey Ferguson combine, yeah. I don't have a corn head for mine yet. That's one thing I don't have, that's for sure. That's one thing. That's what I want. That's why I wanted to look at something else. This thing, 78 grand. That. I want to get that picked up at some point. One of these two. Yeah, I know there's a combine, there's a corn header for it, but I just haven't picked one up yet because I don't have any cornfields or sunflower fields, and they expensive. With $700 to my name, I can't afford that. I am curious why this stinking shed is not actually building. That's right, spinach. That's what I said was there. Alright, at any rate, we are going to save it up here. I've got some stuff I want to take care of before I join Bayford this afternoon. So we are going to go raid we get a double raid.
For vehicles, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna go raid Mr. Dave. Sorry, got distracted by something. Go hang out with Dave, see what he's up to. We'll be back again this evening for another round of Farm Sim. Until then, though, want y'all to take care, stay safe, have a fantastic rest of your night, or rest of your day. And for all of you that followed and or subscribed on YouTube, I greatly appreciate the support. Hopefully we'll catch you all later. But till then, have fun, everybody. 4, 3, there it is.